Hi, my name's Gauri Chopra. I'm a personal trainer and online coach. Today, we are going to be doing our upper body HIIT workout. This is part of the 4-week home HIIT plan with Women's Health UK. Don't worry if you're not taking part in the full 4 weeks, this is a great standalone workout too. You won't need any equipment for this workout, just an exercise mat and some water. Remember, good form is always better than just smashing out the reps. Remember to go at your own pace, work as hard as you can, and just make sure you maintain the correct technique. So one thing we need to do is get warmed up properly, so just grab some water and let's get fit done. So first we're going to start by just jogging on the spot. Get nice and light on your feet. We want to bring that heart rate up nice and gradually, just to get our body prepared for the exercise. So just take it here, nice and light, deep breaths. We're going to go into some arm circles next. So we're going to take those arms up above your ears or next to your ears, right round in some big circles. Really stretch and reach those arms up and round. So we're going to come forwards now. Keep jogging on the spot. You should start to feel that heart rate come up now. Good. Okay, we're going to take our feet a little bit wider now. We're going to reach over to one side. You should feel a nice stretch on that side of your body. Bring it back. Take it round to the other side. Good. One more time on each side. And the other way. Good. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing. As you reach down, I want you to reach down to the floor. Bring it round up into a semicircle and back round again. So take it up and round. Good, one more time. All the way around and up, nice and high. Great stuff, guys. So now we're going to go into some hip circles. So bring your knee up and round, all the way up to your chest, and just make some nice circles with those knees. We want to loosen up everything in our body, not just our upper body. Even though this is an upper body workout, we want to make sure our body is nice and prepared. So we just want to go into some wrist circles next, because we will be doing some floor work. So I want you to loosen up those wrists and get those joints ready as we come down onto the floor. So from here, I want you to walk your hands out. We're going to come into a plank position and we're going to bring our right foot forwards next to our right hand, open up towards that leg, bring that hand round, take that leg back, bring the left leg forwards, same on that side, bring that hand down and do the same again on each side. So really get a nice big stretch. You should feel it all along your hips and in your legs too. Good. Okay, so from here, we're just going to come into a downward dog position. We're going to pump out those calves a little bit. So just let those heels come down to the floor. Really push away from the mat, and maybe even give your head a little shake here to loosen up that neck. Good stuff, guys. Right, last one. We're going to come into a plank position and just hold this here for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just walk those hands back, bend those knees slightly, and roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. So that's the warm-up done. Now let's go through what's coming up. So we'll be doing 2 rounds of the following exercises. We've got hand release press-ups, Renegade rows, side lying push-ups, Supermans, and walkouts with shoulder taps. You'll do each move for 40 seconds with a 20-second rest period in between. At the end of round 1, we'll take a 60-second rest period and then we'll repeat the circuit again. Just watch me for the correct technique and make sure you go at your own pace. If you need a quick breather, just take as long as you need and jump back in when you're ready. Ready? Let's get going. For our first exercise, we've got hand release press ups. So let's come down onto the mat, find a nice comfortable position on your stomach, and we'll get straight into it. So with this exercise, you want to make sure as you come up in that press up position, you hold a nice strong plank position. As you come down, you should be lifting your hands off the floor like so. If this is too difficult, then the modification is to come up and keep your knees on the floor. Got a few more seconds here, guys. In 3, 2, 1, great work. Right, we're gonna go on to our second exercise, which is Renegade rows. So, in a nice tabletop position, you want to lift your knees off the floor, hover in this position, and we're going to get straight into it. In 3, 2, 1. So we're just lifting those hands off the floor, bringing that elbow back and squeezing your back. So the whole aim with this is to try and maintain a really strong tabletop position. So you're not rocking those hips from side to side. You want to keep them nice and stable the entire time. You should really feel your core working here. Good, keep it going, guys. Another few seconds here. In 3, 2, 1. We're going to take it down onto the mat, and we're going to get straight into some side lying push-ups. So find a comfortable position on your side. Take a little bit of time to catch your breath. Place one palm right next to your shoulder. And from here, we're just going to push ourselves up and slowly lower yourself down to the floor. So make sure you're hugging yourself nice and tight as well, just to keep everything nice and tight. So really control that lowering phase and push up as hard and as powerfully as you can. If you need, take your legs out straight. They'll act as a bit of a lever and will make it a little bit easier for you. If you can only even come up here and you feel that working, then do that. Just go at your own pace, like we said. 3, 2, and 1. Great work, guys. We've got a 20-second rest period. We're going to come over onto our other side and do exactly the same. So find a nice comfortable position on the other side. Hug yourself nice and tight. Give yourself some loving. Place that palm right next to your shoulder, and we're going to get straight into it. So really push as hard as you can away from the ground and squeeze that chest to really feel the contraction in that muscle. This is a great one. I would say this is a great functional exercise. It's an exercise that is really going to help you build that strength with the little things that you do during the day, like even getting yourself out of bed in the morning. This is an exercise you're going to need when you're older, trust me. So a few more seconds here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work, guys. Shake those arms out a little bit. We're going to come back onto our fronts and do some Supermans. So find a nice comfortable position on your front. Take those arms out nice and straight. Are we ready? Let's go. So raise your chest above the ground alongside your legs. Slowly lower it down to the floor. And control that movement. You should really feel that squeeze all down the back of your body. If you want, you can even hold it up here, add some snowmans, some stars to really feel that burn. Just do as you please to really feel that back of the body working. 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Last exercise. We're gonna come to the top of your mat, Stand up nice and tall. We're gonna go into some walkouts with shoulder taps. So feet together, we're going in 3, 2, 1. So walk those hands forward into a nice strong plank position. Remember to avoid rocking those hips, tap your shoulders and walk them back. Try and keep those legs as straight as you can as you walk forwards and back. Good. Remember to maintain the level in your hips, because that is what is really going to help work those core muscles nice and hard. You might feel the burn in your shoulders now, which is completely normal. Walk it back up, and that is it, guys. That is your first round done. Now we've got a 60-second rest period and we'll get straight back into it. So that's your break over. Let's get into our final round, starting with those hand release press ups. So let's come down onto the mat, find that nice comfortable position, and let's go. Make sure you're keeping it nice and strong with that plank position. Really raising that chest and squeezing those elbows back. We're activating the back, the shoulders and the chest all in one. Oh, and your core muscles. Really well done, guys. We've got final 10 seconds here. Come on, push through. 3, 2, 1. Well done, guys. Next exercise, we've got Renegade rows. So back in that tabletop position, find that comfortable position. Your shoulders should be stacked over your wrists, your hips stacked over your knees. Let's go. So hover those knees off the ground or keep them on the floor if you want and just do this exercise. That's a nice easy modification. If you want to make this more challenging, grab some weights and pull them back, just driving those elbows back. Maybe once you get into the later part of the 4-week program, you can start adding some weights. Breathe through it, keep that core nice and strong. Hold the belly button in. Try not to rock those hips. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Great work, guys. Right, we're on to those side lying push-ups. So find that nice comfortable position on your side. Give yourself a hug. Bend those knees or straighten them out if you want a little bit of an easier version. Have that hand right next to your shoulders, in line with your chest, and you're just pushing away from the ground. Make sure you're breathing through it. It will help get you some oxygen into those working muscles and just help you work through that burn. You should really be feeling it in that chest now, because I certainly am. Another 10 seconds here, guys. Come on, push through it. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Good work, guys. Give that arm a shake. Come over onto your other side. Get nice and comfortable. Bend those knees if you need, or straighten those legs, I should say, if you need. Harder version is with your legs slightly bent, hand right in line with your chest, off we go. So pushing away from the ground, really nice and carefully, lowering yourself to the ground too. That lowering phase is where you're going to really feel those muscles working hard. And that's because it's something called the eccentric phase of the movement, is where your muscles are on a little bit of a stretch and you're having to lower yourself down with control. So your muscles are working extra hard there. 3, 2, and 1. Great work, guys. Almost there now. We've got Superman's next. So come right down onto your belly. Find a nice comfortable position. We're gonna get straight back into it. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. So raising your chest as high as you can off the floor and back down again. So squeeze your bum here as well. Lift those legs as high as you can. Again, do some stars or snow angels. Or just keep raising up and down. Another 10 seconds here, guys. Good. 5, 4, 3, and 1. Amazing work, guys. Let's take it back onto our feet, right to the top of your mat, and we're gonna go into some walkouts and shoulder taps. Whew. Have a little second to breathe. You can even jog on the spot if you want, if you've still got energy. Or we'll take it straight back down onto the mat and go into those shoulder taps. Walk them back in to standing. You can pick up the pace here if you want. If you really want to get that heart pumping, just make sure you really focus on that perfect form. So try not to rock those hips. Nice strong plank position. Great work, guys. 5, 4, come on, let's squeeze this last one out. 2, and 1. Great work, guys. Congratulations, that is your workout done. You might be sweaty, but you smashed it. Before you go, let's do a quick cool down. So cooling down is really important to help prevent injury and bring that heart rate down gradually. Right, let's start with child's pose. So come down onto the mat, on your knees. We're gonna just walk those hands forwards a little bit and sit back on your bottom. And just really feel a nice stretch all down that side. Take some nice deep breaths here and just let your chest sink into the ground. Okay, from here, we're just going to come up onto our fingertips, walk your hands over to one side, and just let your chest sink into the ground here as well. If you want, walk them forwards a little bit more, get that bum nice and high in the, into the sky, and just let that chest sink. And that will just deepen the stretch in your lat muscles, so your big, chunky back muscles. When you're ready, just walk it over to the other side and do the same again. So just let that chest sink into the ground. Take some nice deep breaths. Those deep breaths are really going to help relax your muscles, which is what we want after our workout. Good, okay. Now we're going to get into a little chest stretch. So just interlace those fingers behind you, just like so, and just bring your hands away from your body, and maybe even lean forward slightly if that helps, or just keep it up nice and tall. And really push those palms down towards the ground. Okay, so just release those fingers for me, and we're going to go into a little shoulder stretch. So bring your arm across your body, and using the other arm, pull that towards your body and just hold this here. Take some nice deep breaths and really start to feel that heart rate come down gradually. You should start to feel a little bit more relaxed now and feel yourself recovering a little bit. When you're ready, just release that hand and do the same on the other side. Nice deep breath. Okay, and release that there. We're going to take our hand behind us and just push that elbow right down as far as you can to your back. Good, and release. Same on the other side. To really feel this one in your tricep, place your hand right next to your shoulder and push that elbow down. If you just have your hand in the middle of the back, you'll likely just feel it all down your lats. So just hold that there. Okay, finally we're going to go into our bicep stretch. So just have your hands or your palms facing forwards, turn your palms to face the back of the room, stretch out those fingers and just push those palms back. You should start to feel a nice stretch along those biceps. So just hold that here. Nice deep breaths. And you are done. Well done, guys. If you want to take part in my full 4-week home HIIT plan, then check out the description box below. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to Women's Health UK, and I will see you again soon.